Okay, next, we've got one candidate here for the 11th District, Congressional District. It's Vance Patterson. He's a business owner. He started 16 companies, currently operates 4 companies. Economics degree with 38 years of business experience. 2 companies made the incorporated 500 top list. Joint ventures in Mexico, Russia, and Brazil. Republican, conservative, been a precinct chair, vice chair, GOP chair, several things. Vance Patterson, candidate for 11th District.
First thing I want to say is that number 9 Miller Street in Asheville is not a very nice place. That's where GPS took me before getting here. And I don't think I'm going to get many votes out of that area. As Henry said, I'm a businessman, and my campaign is a structured business campaign to bring jobs, prosperity to Western North Carolina now, that we do not have to wait. Jobs is the #1 issue, and it has been for the last 3 years, ever since our economy tanked. What creates jobs? Many people say that cutting taxes, cutting government spending, reducing the size of government, reducing regulation will create jobs. Well, I'm a manufacturer. I'll tell you right now, if you cut my taxes to 0, I'm not going to hire anybody, because I don't have anything for them to do. Everything I need to be done is being done. Now, these are all very important steps in establishing a firm foundation on which to build an economy, but these steps alone will not do it. So what creates jobs? It's activity. Now, I don't mean just giving people money and letting them drive up and down the street and spend it. That's what the stimulus bill did 3 years ago, $787 billion. And when that money's gone, it's just gone. Everybody knows that. We've still got a flat economy. No, what I'm talking about is business activity, the kind that's been going on in my campaign since August. That's when I started to consider running for office. And as you've heard, I've started a number of companies. And anybody that started a company knows you don't wait until you open the doors before you go to work. There's so much to be done before then. I've put together a business plan back in August, and I've been working the plan since September. Going around to Washington, to the Commerce Department, Raleigh to the Commerce Department, and all 17 of our counties here in the 11th District, talking to the county managers. This is the kind of activity that creates jobs. The key to my plan is manufacturing. Why manufacturing? Because every time we've had a surge in manufacturing, there's been a boom in the economy. Do you know that one manufacturing job will create as many as 4 other jobs in the surrounding area? Those would be jobs in services, in healthcare, in recreation, construction, agriculture, and on and on. That's why manufacturing is so important. Now, the good news is manufacturing is coming back. I know I'm a manufacturer. I've been seeing it happen for the last 1.5 years. But what's coming back is not the same manufacturing that left. It's not the 500 to 1,000 employee companies. It's more like 25 to 100 employee companies. Now, these companies pay better, have better benefits. The employees are more loyal to the company, and the company's more loyal to the employees. And they're the kind of jobs that cannot be exported, like the kind of jobs in my company. I employ about 60 people. Also, these companies are not going to be run by my generation, the boomers. It's going to be run by our kids, the Y generation. Now, the Y generation is like 25 to 35 years old now. They are not interested in the things that we were interested in when we were growing up. High salaries and titles and things like that. They value their time, and they value quality of life, something we have to offer here in Western North Carolina. Now, the bad news is nobody knows we're here. Heck, half the state doesn't know we're here because we're west of I-77. We need to not only put together what's needed in the communities in the way of recreation, in the way of communications and education and transportation and yes, recreation. But we also need to have a serious, structured business plan to take our communities to the rest of the country and the rest of the world, to pull those jobs in. Now, I've negotiated and done business around the world, across our country, and I know what these business owners are looking for. And it's not just tax cuts. All right, I've only got a few minutes up here, and I want to cover some of the other issues real quickly. I support tax reform to simplify our tax code. I support judicial reform to get our judges back to judging instead of just ruling on precedent. I am in favor of term limits, that our founding fathers would be stunned to know there's such a thing as a professional politician. I am against amnesty. I believe there are consequences to our action. This is what our parents taught us. I am against all forms of abortion. I believe any idea conceived by God should be cared for in this lifetime. And I will stand up to political correctness. And the first stand I'll take is to affirm God in government. Not religion in government, but God in government. Every day, I worry that we are losing the America that our parents left us. I mean, when we were growing up, could you have ever imagined America would be borrowing money from a communist country? What in the world? Or that our economy would be dependent on the oil coming out of the Middle East. We need to drill our oil, mine our coal, tap our natural gas, and build safe nuclear power plants, and demonstrate to the world that we are America, self-reliant and capable of determining our own future. This coming election is huge. What kind of America are we going to leave our children and the generations that we'll never meet? Is it going to be one that the future generations are going to look back on us and say, what were you thinking to leave us such a mess? Or is it going to be one more self-reliant, heading in the right direction, stronger, demonstrating to the world that we are the center of the global economy and the center of global freedom? I challenge you, when you go into the privacy of that voting booth, to look at the list of candidates. When that screen pops up, look at that list and determine which one is the most qualified. If you were spending your own money, which one would you hire to work for your family? To again, get America back to a self-reliance and to bring jobs, prosperity to Western North Carolina now. I'm asking you for this job. I'm asking you to vote and hire me on May 8th. Thank you.